I want to first start off by saying Kahala Yahawa Bahasham Yahoshai Bahasham Raka Kodash. So Shalom to all the Akyam Akwat that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity, and double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule us well and also continue to guide us in the spirit. This is Yasad from Trinidad camp. As you see on the screen here, just want to do a short lesson on this hot burning topic of coronavirus, and in this case 5G. The apostles already touching, a lot of brothers around the world already touching this issue. And the thing is that they could try their best to hide and their agenda, but what in the dark must come onto the light. So as you see here on the map, watch the 5G rollout on red. Watch the coronavirus confirmed cases. You see in a close link, wherever the 5G was is where the corona is. And there's if you do the research on radiation, you actually see that radiation, how stronger it is, it causes flu-like symptoms. It sounds familiar, right? Like the coronavirus, flu-like symptoms. So they're actually using that as a cloak, to kind of blind you to the real truth, because in the background they try to do something even bigger than what we thought. It's like what I just thought is like when a boxer giving you a jab, and I know Taha like to refer sometimes to the boxers and the jab. We look at this guy here, he's jabbing him. Sometimes he may not hit, but jab is used, to measure, to see the opponent, make sure that he's in reach so you can hit him. So that, or he's in reach or out of reach of you, not to hit you. In this case, when that jab comes, it is a fairly hard blow, but what comes after is even harder. So the same thing what Esau is doing. This first jab of corona, it hit hard, and it causing the whole world to be locked down. Everybody goes into their homes, and they're actually starting to slowly control you, slowly putting troops on the road to eventually bring in martial law, etc. And after this job here, the right hand is gonna come. But the thing is, you can't tell if it's gonna be a straight right, a hook, an uppercut. He's gonna come down to the body. You're not too sure, but a boxer, when he lands a hit like this, what comes after it, a combination of stuff, not only just one right hand and that's it. So there's a combination of stuff that's gonna be coming together with this coronavirus. Something gonna come same time with it underlying, some gonna come a little after, but there's a combination of stuff that's gonna come. Some of the things that that ran through my mind, they're gonna take advantage of the situation that everybody's home and fully roll out 5G, but everybody's inside. Also, as they're fully implementing 5G, I'm sure that they're testing systems, putting things in place, seeing how we react, also checking all our social media and responses and how the people adhere. They'll see who's ruly, who's unruly, who they can control, who they can't control. Everything is being put in place in such a way that when the next set of jabs and punches come, they already know what to expect in terms of if you're gonna punch back or not, right? So the other thing is, after this, it's gonna get so bad and get people in so desperate, they're back against the wall, and when they do announce the vaccine, you're not too sure what they're gonna put in that vaccine, but you can see that a lot of people are gonna be desperate and they're gonna take that without even questioning what is in that vaccine. They just want it, they don't care. I heard on news here in Trinidad today, there's some rumors of this hydrochlorine, I can't remember how you pronounce it, and chlorine, something song like that. that they say they're using that as a test, and they're saying that it's successful so far in some treatments, and people are already in Trinidad starting to run and buy out this thing because they're just desperate. They're just gonna buy it and put it down because um, they're so scared, and once they put fear into the people, it's so easy to control them. It's like back in the day with the slave. Once you put fear into the slave, it's very easy to control them. Initially the fear was physical beatings and lynchings and everything like that. Then they eventually put their version of teaching of the Bible and put fear in their minds and sort of control them that way, and that kind of calmed them down a little bit. So same thing they're going to do in the vaccines, but they're not too sure what they're going to do in the vaccine. But we know altogether when the last of the punches come, they're actually gonna implement the microchip. Whether it's gonna be in the vaccine or whether it's not gonna be vaccine, we're not too sure, because Esau is so crafty in his devices. But the ultimate goal is to put the microchip implanted. Now, several things come in, because as I said about the punches, if you look at it, the market already starting to have its ups and downs, and eventually it's gonna crash right down to the bottom. And once the money crashes, and then they say the virus and the money, and it's so so filthy, etc., they're gonna eventually digitize it. So all the credit cards and paying with your phone and paying with different methods, all that, we're testing the system to make sure that it doesn't overload when that time comes. And also the barrel, the barrel represents the oil. The oil prices and gas prices is dropping. So a lot of countries who's dependent on this, it's actually gonna be a system like where they're gonna put all the money into chips, and these chips here that you see here is gonna have everything in it. I think right now in Sweden, people already have the chip, and they already using it to travel. They have their passports and their identifications, their bank account number, social security number, and in that little microchip, they're gonna have all full control of all the money. Initially, you're thinking, well, no, you will have access to it, but if you look at it, you think you have access to it, they will have total access to it and total control of it. Initially all your pictures was physical pictures, and all the information, everything was physical. Then they come out with the cloud and say it's straight up there, it's safe. But then when you look at it now, how safe is the cloud? People are hacking into it and getting into it and taking all the information. What stopped them to hacking the information from your chip and taking it from you? Also, they also limit your cloud access. So you have to enter a password, and if you enter it somewhere else, they're trying to make sure it's you, and that way also they track you. I mean, if they have all this control over what you think is yours, imagine if they have the chip with your money and all the information in it. They can do so much things with this thing. Which also brings back that Esau's main agenda here is the new world order, where everyone fall under one rulership, basically. The coronavirus is also used, and 5G is also used to depopulate the place. Now the 5G coming back needs total coverage of the entire country. Some countries are so large that the 4G is not reaching. You have a lot of service, breakage. We in Trinidad, small dot in the Caribbean, and some places I go, there's no reception, there's no cell, there's no data. So the 5G is going to fix that, but it's so powerful, this radiation, that it's going to touch every corners of this country, farthest for every corner of the world. They need that power to roll out the chip, because they want to make sure that you don't fall off the grid at all. They have you in their sights at always. They know every movement, what you're going to do, when you're going to do it. They probably know more things than you even know concerning your pattern. Also, remember, but the only thing is that most I have something waiting for them. Back when they tried this in Genesis 11, right? Tower of Babel. When they come, let's go into that quickly, right? This is Genesis 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east. So as you see here, the whole earth was one language. So it's similar, referring to like now, the whole earth. They're going to bring everybody back to one. Right? They say one speech, but in this case, that one speech, it still have the physical language that we know. But that one speech is basically the control that they're going to have control over you. Right? And then jumping down here, verse 7, let us go down, and there confound their language, and they may not understand one another's speech. And the Lord scattered them and abroad, hence upon the face of all earth, that they left off to build the city. So here the Messiah actually stopped them in their tracks. And every time they keep trying this Babylonian system, they try it all over the place. It's the same thing that's going to happen here now. Every history repeats itself. So they're going to come back to the new world order, and the Messiah is going to stop them again. But this time he's going to put an end to everything when that time comes. I'm going to go through a few quick scriptures here. This is let's see if sorry. Right. Second Ezra, right? 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And right now Esau is the one that have the whole world, as put into Job 9. Right? So Job 9 would say that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and we know Esau is the wicked. Esau have this world right now, but soon to follow it will be Jacob, and our time is coming soon. So I also want to put see if I have it here. Where is it? Right, this is Numbers 27 verse 16. Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation. This is the God of the spirits of all flesh. He also is the God of Esau, and he controlled Esau, his sword. You'll see Esau, his sword, that come to do his wickedness upon the earth. This is 2 Ezra 15 verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword being Esau, of famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So easily you can see this here. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works. Who's their hurtful works? Esau, whose hurtful works are fulfilled. So this is where we're coming down to the end of Esau world, and then the beginning thereof is Jacob. So all these things are part of the prophecies that is taking place right in front of our eyes, and I come along the end in the prophecies that is in Revelation 13:16, especially with the microchip. Because that another thing with that vaccine is that eventually with that vaccine and this microchip, they're gonna say, if you're not vaccinated, we don't want you outside, or we don't want you inside this building. We don't want you to purchase this thing or sell that thing because you don't have the vaccine, and we don't trust to see if you have the virus, etc. So what's going to happen there is that they're actually going to start telling you that without that vaccine, which is going to put a mark on you to say that you cannot buy or sell, which refers directly to Revelation 13:16, where you won't be able to buy or sell. Shows you the link that is in the Bible that we read in Revelation, which is down to the end. Also, very quickly, I just want to touch on see. James 4, go down to 13. Go to now, ye that say today or tomorrow you will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell, and yet again, and get gain. Whereas you know not what shall be on tomorrow, for what is your life, even if it is for a vapor that appeared for a little time, and then they vanish away. Alright, so basically saying, don't say today, tomorrow going so, and next week going so. The thing is, your life is just, our life is just a vapor, right? And it just vanish away. But it also shows here that is not your will. For in verse 15, you ought to say, if the Lord will, he shall live and do this or do that. And the Lord will is everything, because the Lord is the one who's actually directing Esau to put all these things on. Because I mean, if you look, for example, in I think I have it here. A day when the sons of God came to present themselves. So there's a day that all the angels come to present themselves in front the Most High, right, before the Lord, and Satan came along with them. So he also answered to the Most High. He's not doing his own thing. He have to subject himself to the Most High. Verse 7, and the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord, from going to and fro from the earth and walking up and down. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? So he asked him, well, you walking up and down? Look, Job there, go and try him. Basically. Right? And Satan answered him in verse 9 and said, though Job feared God, for hast not thou made a hedge about him, about his house, and about all that he had on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. This is one simple thing that Satan cannot just do what he wants just so. The Most High have to tell him, yes, go ahead, tempt this person, do that too. Put a lying spirit on this person. He can't just do anything for himself. So he would have controlled his spirits, because he's the master of all spirits, to go to the Esau, to create these crafty devices for them to continue with this agenda. Right? Also that we go into, is it 2nd Chronicles 18 and 20, yeah. And there came out a, oh no, I should start a little higher then. 2nd Chronicles 18, starting up 18, and again he said, therefore hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, and all the host of heaven standing on his right hand and his left side. So you see here again, so he having a little meeting basically with all the hosts from heaven, all the angels, on his right hand and his left hand. So he have angels to do his bid, his left hand to do evil, his right hand to do good. Right? And the Lord said, who shall entice Ahab, king of Israel, that he may go up to fall in the Ramoth Gilead? And one spake, saying after his manner, and another. There came out a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will entice him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? He said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and do so even. And therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of these thy prophets, and the Lord has spoken evil against thee. So the Most High is speaking evil against us right now, Jacob, for turning his back on him. And using Esau against us, even from back slavery, or even before that, coming straight down to this time. He was always underneath Esau, and he will always be above us. Because now it's Esau's time, and he is the wicked, and the earth is given into his hand. But soon everything is gonna change, and now Jacob time is coming. So brothers, gird up your loins, keep that faith going, because we're almost out of here. And with that, I want to say shalom.